Hi, this is Ed again. It's June the 30th. It's a Tuesday. I'm here with Jose Luis again, and we're today. Good news. I've actually got pretty much, I think, planned out what I'm going to do, and maybe part of that good news is I'm going to be God. Okay. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah. Just a little thumbnail. I'm 80 years old, so, you know, give me a little bit of room when I screw up my teeth chewing thing and all that. But anyway, also, borrowing again the line from our guy that I admire is Ron Reagan, who works for the, the Freedom from Religion Foundation in the United States, and his saying is, Ron Reagan, I'm not Ron Reagan, but I'm Ed, lifelong atheist, not afraid of burning in hell. And saying that simple thing got him a lot of pushback. The Christians all went bananas. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about this thing. I have conversations with, I was just thinking about a bit ago, there's actually 4 people. Their names are John, Ron, David, and David that I have conversations with, and I've had many conversations with over a period of years. And one of the things, when we get discussing, one of the 2 things that I like to make comment on is the one thing is I don't believe obviously in the existence of any God, and all the 4 people I just mentioned are all Christians of some form or another. So, you know, for one of them is a Jehovah's Witness, and I think he's included in the Christian, whatever you call it, the Christian umbrella. So you got a Jehovah Witness, and 2, I suppose they call themselves, they're preachers, but I suppose they call themselves, if they associate with anything, it would be either born agains or non-denominational kind of Christianity. And the 4th, another David, is a friend that just lives down the street from me, and he's not an official preacher, but he's kind of in the born again camp too, I think. Anyway, one of the things I run into there with all of them, at one time or another, is the accusation that I choose not to believe in God because in some form or another they seem to be suggesting because I want to be God. Well, I take that seriously, although as soon as I look at it, I don't even know how to respond to that, because what the hell does that mean? I don't believe that God exists, or it's even possible. I've never been given any evidence that this thing is even possible. So I'm going to go with the, in these conversations, my first reaction was always, no, I don't want to be God. I don't think it's possible, whatever. But for this presentation, I'd like to say, okay, let's go with the omni kind of God. I don't think it's even possible. I certainly don't believe that it exists. But I'm going to say, okay, sure, I'd like to be this God. Put aside the idea that I don't believe it's possible or anything. We're going to do a what if kind of thing. So, okay, I want to be God. I'm thinking, my argument is, holy shit, what an easy act to follow. Because the guy that all of those people are talking about as God is a total fuck up. Everything he's ever done turned into a mess. So I'm going to say, they're going to say, well, can you do better? Yep, here we go. I'm the, now don't forget, you got to accept, I'm the omni guy. I can do anything I want. And I don't have to explain how I'm doing it. What would I do? Very first things I would do is rid the world of some shit that we don't need and causes a horrible amount of pain and everything. No cancer. No heart problems, no heart disease. Nobody has to have heart surgery or any of that crap. And I personally know of a handful of people that have, they have valves in their heart and all that shit. So that's gone. The next thing, things are popping in my head here fast. The next thing, nobody in the world is starving under my watch. With me, if I were God. Nobody in the world is starving. They're going to have access to food and clean water and all that. But one thing I'd like to mention too, there's also, I put it, as of now, I put an end to arthritis. The person I love the most in the world, my Glenda, suffers from serious arthritis, and I would certainly put an end to that. Okay. Now, so already, as far as I can see, I'm way ahead of the God that anybody believes in as far as how this world is or that kind of thing. But there's a problem looming large. The problem of, we got 8 billion people on this planet, as is the root reason that we are in this mess that we are currently in 2020 here with this fear virus that's sweeping the world. So, okay, so how would I deal with all of the improvements that I've already made? That would mean that people are going to live longer. No babies would be dying. People wouldn't be dying of cancer. People wouldn't be dying of starvation. So the population is going to grow, which is going to increase in already. So you go, holy shit, how do I deal with that? Okay, I could do away with death, but if I do away with death, I got to do away with birth. Okay, let's try that. No more death, no more birth. So we got a fixed number of people. Well, 8 billion is, I'm pretty sure it's too damn much. We're causing so many problems to the atmosphere and everything. But what the hell would be the ideal number? I don't know. When I go back to, let's say the ideal number of human beings might be none. I mean, that's a scary thought in one way, but no, okay. So let's say there's no people. It would kind of undermine all the things that I've already made improvements on, but okay, there are not going to be any people. So then we've just got this cosmos sitting here with the Earth and the planets and the stars and the sun and the moon, and everything is going well. But wait a minute. Okay, the whole reason this problem happened because the God guy, which wasn't me, I'm the new God. The God guy decided that he was bored. He needed, it looks like basically, talk about the Christian one at least, he seemed to have decided that he needed people basically to worship him, which when I'm in a bad mood, I call that worshiping means kissing ass. And I don't feel, I'm God. Okay, so there's no people, no ass kissing. I'm just existing here or not existing. I don't know how the hell they explain that. But we're going as though I'm kind of a God person, spirit, or whatever sort of thing. So I'm just existing and, wow, this is cool, I exist, there's no problem. But then I start to think, oh, Jesus, I see what that other God was on about. He had no friends or anybody to worship him or kiss his ass, as I say, sorry about that, but that's what it seems like to me. The best word for worshiping is. So, okay, how am I going to solve that problem? Well, I know it's going to happen, because if I just go on existing, well, let's get rid of the cosmos. For starters, get rid of the earth and the sun and the moon and all the stars. Now it's all gone. So it's just me. Is that better? No. I think I see what happened, how that other God decided, well, this may be perfect by definition, but he decided he was going to make it better. Start out with two people, and we know how that screwed up. So, okay. No earth, no people, no nothing, just me cruising. I'm worried that down the road I'm going to do something like the other God guy did and try to make somebody in my own image so they could kiss my butt, whatever. So I've got it. Okay, I'm going to unexist myself. So here we are. There's nothing in the world except me, and now I don't exist. So we're back to just like it actually is. There is no God. There is no heaven. There is no hell. There is absolutely nothing. Sorry, folks, there is no people either, but hey, we'll have to live with that. So I'm Ed. I'm the 80-year-old atheist who says God is bullshit. It's all imaginary, it doesn't exist, and I'm not afraid of burning in hell. It doesn't exist either. Neither does heaven, neither does things like devils and angels and all that shit. It doesn't exist. There now is nothing, which is the ideal. Like I said, I'm Ed, I'm 80 years old. This is June the 30th, my guy told me, and June the 30th, 2020, and I'm really interested in seeing how this thing that we're involved in turns out, how this fear thing, how we get out of this trap that we're in. But that is all for today. Have I got anything that I say? This is Ed from Atheist, the Bird with No Cage. I love the name. I think that was a brilliant bit that I borrowed, of course, from Jodorowsky when he said, a bird in a cage, the bird in a cage thinks that flying is an illness. And from that I stole the idea of atheist is like the flying bird, and the religion is like the people, the bird trapped in the cage. Thank you. That's all for today, and we'll see how this goes. Until next time, bye.